Oh boy. Clippers just got embarrassed by the Dallas Mavericks. They did not even have Luka Doncic, and we still managed to lose. We were getting murdered in the first quarter, and then we caught up a bit, but then Mavericks just gained momentum. Our defense was just beyond unacceptable. And Ty Lue, for a brief moment, I thought he was actually, making some adjustments, coaching pretty good. He even gave the Abate just a little bit some runs just for 2, 3 minutes. Robert Covington played some minutes, but then he fell apart in the second half. He went the same old Ty Lue, and the Clippers just lost, and we got cooked by Theo Pinson and Reggie Bullock, French fries head, and of course Kyrie did his stuff. And crap, Hardaway Jr. was hitting, and everything was just falling all apart with the Clippers. And of course, this doesn't go completely 100% on Ty Lue, but it goes a lot on him. Kawhi Leonard, he was not playing himself. He was pretty bad in the first quarter. He just did cardio. He was too shy. He didn't take any shots. Only took 12 shots, which is Kawhi. That's unacceptable on your end. I'm not gonna lie. I love you, Kawhi, but I'm gonna hold you accountable when I got to. Paul George, he hit some timely shots, but he turned the ball over a lot. And Reggie Jackson, Morris, they're the biggest liability on the team. And then I'm gonna get into all these players later on, but now let's get to the Mavs players. So Tim Hardaway Jr., of course, this guy is him and Reggie Bullock. Both of them plays like Ray Allen. These motherfuckers don't miss. Tim Hardaway shot like almost damn near like 50%. He shot like 45% from three. 1 steal, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Unbelievable. Reggie Bullock, he went 50% from three. Reggie Bullock usually just does cardio and just shoots bricks. All he does is build houses a lot of times. And then this guy, out of all the games, he went off 18 points, crazy. Dwight Powell, he even had double digits. You know what's bad when Dwight Powell has 10 points on your head. Not just Dwight Powell 10 points on our head, but I'm just pissed right now. Kyrie Irving, he did his thing, 9 for 17, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steals. He did turn the ball over a lot, so that's that, and we should have took advantage of it, but we didn't. Josh Green, that man was cooking us inside. 5 for 7, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 turnovers. Christian Wood, he got 17 minutes. I heard he's linked up with the Clippers. I'm chaotically neutral with that, I guess. He did get bodied by Zubac, and he's prone to get crushed in the paint. If you asked me 2 years ago, I would have been a big Christian Wood fan, like after the bubble collapsed, because we had Montrez, and my standard was low at the time because Montrez was a different level of a pretty bad center. But now I don't know about that. JaVale McGee, I thought he looked pretty solid too. Low key, if the Clippers could steal JaVale McGee, that would be a solid steal. Right, he wasn't really doing much. Theo Pinson, this guy, he went out of nowhere too, 9 points. Jaden Hardy, hey, specifically shout out to my guy Jaden Hardy, man. That dude has been balling. That guy is so smooth, silky smooth. He had his handles and everything. He did turn the ball over a lot, but that's a rookie mistake. If I were the Mavs, I would definitely keep him off the trade tables as much as I can, unless if I'm getting a really good upgrade, because that guy is smooth. Just a walking bucket. He turned the ball over a lot, but it's part of, a mistake. He went 3 for 5. Pretty shifty. Pretty solid overall. Now the Clippers. Paul George, 8 for 20. He did whatever he could, but he turned the ball over 5 times. 4 assists, five rebounds. 8 for 20, which is definitely could be better. Kawhi Leonard. This guy only taking 12 shots. My God, Kawhi. You're the best basketball. You're, in my opinion, one of the best basketball players in the world. But come on, 12 shots, Kawhi. Terrence Mann took the same amount of shots as you did, Kawhi. I don't know, Kawhi. Come on, you need a time up too. First quarter, especially, you had 0 points. I think 0 or 2 points. I think zero in the first quarter. Kawhi, come on, bro. 0 points and then Morris Senior. Okay, I was telling y'all the last 2 3 videos, or heck, throughout my whole entire video, past whole entire channel, honestly, when Morris is clicking, it's the most beautiful thing ever. But when Morris is not clicking, it's a recipe for disaster. That man was missing everything, shooting air balls. Defense was just not the best. He got 6 rebounds. I'll give him that. 4 assists, 2 steals. I'll give him that as well too. But if I was the Los Angeles Clippers, I would be calling the Milwaukee Bucks because the Bucks apparently they were sold high on Eric Gordon, who is a way more injury-prone player who's the same, somewhat same prototype as Morris, except Morris is a wing and Gordon is a strictly shooting guard. I would call the Bucks up. Milwaukee, give me 4 second rounders, and then give me Serge Ibaka, and then throw in whatever works for Marcus Morris, and then I would that would be a deal. Or I would try to go for a first rounder. I'll try to set the bar high. Ask for a first rounder and 2 second rounders, and get Ibaka. The Clippers, they get good insurance in the future, and we offload Marcus Morris, and it would free up minutes for Robert Covington, Luke Kennard, Boston Jr., Amir Coffey. So you get fresher legs on the floor, so you free up the minutes. And you get Serge Ibaka too, who's, yeah, he's definitely nowhere near prime Ibaka or even 3 years ago Ibaka, but I still believe he could be somewhat decent when you play in minutes. That guy could hold his own on defense, especially like not even like a year ago, really. Just honestly, a year ago, really, like literally last year. Ibaka, he I thought he did pretty solid. He could still get some shots up if you need to. He could space the floor as well too. And he definitely would give Jokic a bit of a trouble. Just 2 years, not even a year and a half ago in no, yeah, 2 years ago in 2020. So like in around December. That's why I said 2 years ago. And so that's not too much far off. So I trust Ibaka could be decent. Or if you want to get someone else, you could just always get a Boogie Cousins or all that. Or maybe use our trade exception to get Jalen Noel or whatever. I mean, Nerlens Noel. I'm tripping. My bad. Ivica Zubac. Okay, you got to give him his flowers. He did whatever he could. Really, 10 rebounds and 9 points. Why is this guy? Why is Morris playing over Ivica Zubac during the crunch time? Because that man was getting boards. He was getting boards. He was clogging up the paint, and a lot of people, some people still be disrespecting Zubac while he's the one getting out rebounds. Come on now, come on, man. Zubac, shout out to him. And a lot of times Zubac does look bad lately because he gets a lot pretty fatigued due to Ty Lue's pretty improper rotations. Terrence Mann, shout out to you. You're staying on this team. If Terrence Mann gets dealt tomorrow, Lawrence Frank, you got to be out of here. You're just in the same boat as Tyronn Lue. And also Boston Jr. He better be staying too because, look, I'm aware that the Nets got Kevin Durant. Lakers got D'Angelo Russell. So I get that, oh yeah, the windows are closing. Clippers got to win now and this and that. But at the same time, you have to be really careful about that too. Because what if we don't even win the championship? We turn to the to the 2014 Brooklyn Nets when we're in purgatory. We trade all of our young talents and assumingly our picks too if we get like a guy like Fred VanVleet. And Fred VanVleet, I mean, look, he's Kawhi's really good friend. He can score a lot, but he's really like a massively upgraded Reggie Jackson. And a lot of Raptors fans, they're not really comfortable with VanVleet. So I have a high skepticism. And plus, the Raptors trade value is they're gonna ask a lot from the Clippers, and they're not gonna want to trade with us. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I hope we do not dig a hole for just one excellent season. That's just my cup of tea. But let me know what y'all think. Batum, he was off this game. Batum had a lot of heroics for the Clippers, so I guess I could cut him some slack, but it would be nice if he was hitting his shots too. Need to hit the shooting gym, hit that more often. At least 1 for 3, 2 for 3, whatever. Um, Robert Covington. A lot of people want to say, "Oh, play Covington," and all that. I'm with them at the same time, but Covington, he was also off on offense too, but his defense was better than Morris, and he held his own against Christian Wood too, so could have at least played him for like the defense, the perimeter defense, because Morris is not really special on defense, and the Clippers needed defense against the Mavericks because the Mavericks they're pretty bad on offense, so like you know, and the Mavs offense was just killing us, and all we need to do is just step up on defense, and we would have won this game by a decent margin. And Norman Powell, that man was he was crucial for this game. 7 rebounds, 24 points, 3 steals, 1 assist. Mad respects to this man over here. For real. And he could either be the X factor to win the championship, and he can also be the X factor too if you want to get a really, really top tier prospect in this upcoming draft. And I know y'all gonna think I really want to just rebuild immediately, but I'll get into that later. But that will just be my emergency plan. But just because I want to trade a really good role player on the Clippers team for like a really good prospect doesn't mean I want to exactly rebuild. Although I'll give I'll get into that later, like I said. But it's because um, it's like a more of like a retool type thing. Because if you trade Norman Powell, for example, like a guy like a Jarris Walker out of Houston, that guy, his motor is amazing. That guy has it's like a Draymond Green type defense. That guy is so positionless. Yeah, he's not so called proven and all that, but beggars can't be choosers. You gotta. I would rather buy low on a high upside prospect rather than just trading my entire decade for a quote unquote proven piece. So that's my that's my that's my 2 cents. And now let's get into some more players. Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, man, I really want to have a soft spot for Reggie, but he hasn't really been it, and especially defense. You let's see, Bullock, Kyrie, Green, all these guys go off on our heads. So, man, like that, it'll be fine to keep Reggie if he doesn't play minutes and like gives off really good vibes for the team, and maybe just play like limited minutes and like maybe in the first or second quarter, but down to crunch, nah, man, I don't know. Reggie and Powell backcourt. That's a that's a recipe for a traffic cone, really. And man, 3 for 5, and he made some like pretty like messed up decisions as well too. And 3 assists, which is sorry, but his defense, man, and Reggie. I like I know like I will sound harsh on Reggie, but when Reggie does like retire or like whatever, I would definitely remember him as one of you know the more greater Clippers. Like not like the greatest Clipper of all time, but like I would definitely have really fond memory from him, and I don't want to speak ill will from him once he retires, but we got to speak like how it is right now. But But obviously, let's just say for example, when the Clippers win a championship, I would definitely, and Reggie gets traded or waived or something, I would definitely give Reggie the ring because that guy did a lot for us for last year and 2 years ago. But this year, Reggie, he's been regressing, and it's pretty unfortunate to see. And Luke Kennard, he didn't really get much minutes. Um, Luke, I don't know. I don't know why he didn't get much minutes, but the person that I'm really mad that didn't get much minutes is Musa Diabate. That guy only got 2 minutes. So I'm gonna ask y'all this: Why does why would you want to go small with a Norman Powell and Reggie Jackson backcourt and Marcus Morris as your center, rather than Musa Diabate playing some minutes? I don't want to hear that, oh, he's quote unquote not ready and not ready and this and that, but if you watch his games, he has motor. He brings in athleticism. He hustles. He plays hard. He's switchable on defense. Why wouldn't you want to play Musa Diabate? That's my question. I don't yeah, of course he's gonna make a lot of mistakes, but want to know who makes a lot of mistakes? Marcus Morris on defense. Who else makes a lot of mistakes? Even Paul George with the turnovers. So that's not really, an ideal argument to say, oh, he's just straight up not ready because it's just his first year. I mean, look, if there were better players than Diabate to be a backup big, then sure, but I don't understand why we having Diabate sit on the bench. If Tyler was a good coach, he would have get Diabate playing right, right now. Honestly, if Zubac is off the floor, because he would have helped so much on defense. I'm telling y'all, that man is him. But again, that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, Katie is a Phoenix Sun. D'Angelo Russell is a Los Angeles Laker. Crazy. But now I'm hearing some reports. Shout out to my guy Cortez over here. Yo, you're a real one over here, all right? But anyways, supposedly Clippers want to get Russell Westbrook. I don't feel comfortable about getting Russell Westbrook. Now some Clippers fans are trying to mellow down, say, oh yeah, let's give him a shot in that. But if y'all think Reggie Jackson was bad or John Wall is bad, man, Westbrook does play hard. I'll give him that. And he has motor. But that guy is so turnover prone. And the Clippers and turnovers are just known to be a problem. So I do not want to take that chance on getting Russell Westbrook. Absolutely. I don't know. If we do get Westbrook, that guy better prove me wrong because I never really been too much of a Westbrook guy in my personal opinion. So yeah, but now I bet more people now I bet most of the fan base wants to go all in for a Fred VanVleet and all that. But like I said, I don't like digging myself a hole just for one excellent year and then be crap for 10 years. Would you rather be like have two excellent seasons, but to be completely garbage for a minimum 6 years because you're probably gonna have to trade Mann, Kennard, Boston Jr., and all your picks for one good third star type player, or would you rather just offload some liabilities, offload Morris, maybe offload Reggie too, and get some smaller upgrades. Maybe go for I don't know, sign some backup bigs. Maybe try to steal some backup point guards, maybe Ricky Rubio or TJ McConnell. I don't know because a lot of these players they're pretty cheap, and then see what we can do. Pretty much just offload the liabilities. That's what I think the Clippers could do. Just simply offload the liabilities and things could change. Like the smallest changes could make a lot of impacts, in my personal opinion. But what's the emergency plan if the Clippers do not win at all this year? And and I know one thing that I would really hope for is, and the key date is May 16th, 2023. And why is, if I were, like, I would definitely cross my finger to hope for the Houston Rockets to get this number 2 overall pick. Because if the Houston Rockets get the number 2 overall pick, they're in a tricky spot. Because number one, it's going to be Wembanyama. But then the Rockets have a lot of guards. And the second pick is going to be Scoot Henderson. And if everything goes wrong with the Clippers, we get bounced to second round or Western Conference or don't even go to the finals, I would, man, and it hurts to say this, but if it if it looks like that, we just keep getting bounced out and everything, and okay, let me get this clear. I would rather offload some liabilities from now on, and then and then try to make some smaller upgrades and all that, and not dig a hole or anything, and then see what we can do for um this season. And if it looks like we're not gonna really if it looks like we're getting bounced if we get bounced early in a playoff or even Western Conference final, I would look to consider flipping Kawhi Leonard for Scoot Henderson and a farm load of picks. Yes, it's going to set you back, but that's going to be a perfect way of resetting because Scoot Henderson is not an insane downgrade. That guy is like a Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose type point guards, they could lead a team pretty far. And then you're probably gonna have to trade PG and all that too. And if you want to really rebuild, this draft is the perfect time to really hit the rebuild button, really. And it could be, and the Clippers could be like this year's version of the Utah Jazz. You get, but better if everything goes wrong. Let's just say, let's hope, we could keep everybody and try to win it all. But if everything goes wrong, just hope the Rockets get the second overall pick. Because if we could get Scoot Henderson, and then we probably flip Paul George for another really good prospect, and then and then we just go on a massive prospect hunt, and the Clippers get fully youthful. That could be an option if the Clippers, but that's an only emergency option though. Of course, I do not want to. Obviously, no. Do not want to trade Kawhi and Paul George during trade deadline, but I'm saying early exit. That could be a decent option. But for now, what I would do in trade deadline, offload Morris Sr., probably offload Reggie and Morris for an upgrade. Coffee could go, Preston can go, Brown can go too. But, and I would, and an interesting idea, and I know Kyojin, he's been commenting in some of the videos about, he always talks about his dissatisfaction about Ty Lue, which, he has his reasonings and I have my reasonings on Ty Lue. And he definitely suggests the idea of getting Greg Popovich, and I would look to to low-key try to flip Ty Lue for Greg Popovich, to be honest with you. I mean, that would be a really interesting option because the Spurs, they don't really, they're not what they're using Greg Popovich for. They're rebuilding anyways, so Popovich could try to coach some contending teams, and that could be an ultimate dice roll. But I don't know because I really want to give Ty Lue the benefit of the doubt. But damn, that guy doesn't even give guys like Diabate and Boston Jr. the minutes, man. And then also, personally, a sleeper candidate is also Baron Davis because I don't know, like 10 videos ago, I did show you a clip about him raving about Brandon Boston Jr.'s potential, and I could see him the type of guy who's willing to play the younger players. But low key, a Ty Lue for a Greg Popovich trade, man. I mean, one man can dream. One man can dream. But this is an embarrassing loss for the Clippers, and I don't know what y'all think about my opinions lately. You think the Clippers should go all in for like a Damian Lillard, Van Vliet, just screw it, fuck them picks and all that? Or you think you're more on my side of the spectrum? Let's just offload Morris and offload Reggie, just offload like more of the liabilities and all that, and then see what we see what we can do. Try just make more of the smaller upgrades, and then if things goes wrong, just hit the rebuild button. Just hit the rebuild button. Get Scoot Henderson on the Clipper uniform, and then and we'll go from there. But want to hear your stance as well too. Another option, like it's like we're in the middle, and the Clippers could try to go after a backup big like a Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba has really good upsides as well too as a backup big. You could probably just flip Kennard for Mo Bamba or something like that. That might be a lot, but Bamba really brings that backup big type of intensity. That guy has really good length. He could grab rebounds for us. And also he has a decent potential to space the floor too, so that's definitely a pretty solid, backup big upgrade. And plus you get to free up minutes for guys like Boston Jr. So I guess that could be a plus as well too. So that's like in the middle. And unfortunately, Cam Reddish, he's a Portland Trailblazer. Wish the Clippers kind of went at him. Who knows? Maybe the Blazers could give us Cam Reddish. I don't know. But anyways, um, try to have a good night, and definitely leave a comment down below. And much love, and definitely try to sleep well. Peace.